This association, which Seafood Burns was alluding to, was created 45 years ago. 45 years ago. So this is the first time that I've known in this association that this is the first symposium that everybody's coming to, that we've put together. So you're actually a part of, when you're signing that booklet, you're actually going to be part of history of this association. So just think about, I don't know how far some of you can think, but back in 74, 73 and 74 when this was built, when this association was made. So, and it's been going on and been a part of, and this has been a part of a lot of his history, going all the way back to that time.
A little bit of history, Dwayne kind of touched on this, that the American Shaolin Wushu Association has been in existence for 45 years. It's not the oldest that I know of, but it's one of the oldest that's still actively in existence. And you guys are a part of that activity. You're what's making it continue to be a viable association that you can have contact with, and you know, to verify. You don't have to use it to verify, but to help somebody to go back to and say, this is who we are, and we're associated with this, and it's been around for a long time. Everybody that's in this room, one way or another, has had contact with that association, has had contact with the art of Chun Li, Tuan Fa, in one way or another. So you've kind of grown up. You know, you guys are doing some of the same forms that we do at our school. Of course, there's a lot of mixture within that. You know, you've got what Grandmaster Phipps created and did with Chun Li. You've got the things that came in through Albert Church and his organization. So you've got Kunaba that has stuff in there. You guys also are doing stuff with the Bolo and things like that come in from other sources. So it's a good gathering place, and that's what an association should be, is a place to gather when we have meetings like this and share information. So that's what we're trying to do today. Is, you know, I don't necessarily teach this or that, and these guys don't teach what I teach. So, you know, we're sharing information, and something that hopefully you'll be able to take back to your own schools and apply and you know, gain knowledge to that. This little form that I'm going to teach today is Li Quan Tao Lu, which means clinging crane form. So we use the term Tao Lu, which means form. We don't use the word kata, because kata is a Japanese term and this is a Chinese form. You know, and some of you guys are getting more into Chinese and stuff like that. I will apologize because I speak English, and sometimes I don't know all the terms for the Japanese stuff or the Chinese stuff. It's, you know, it's English. But we will use a few terms, you know, that reference back to the Chinese things. If you want to know terminology on things, there's your guy. That's why we use the term professor for him, because he's got a lot of knowledge as far as things like that go. But the form itself is actually a sister form to Grokusho. Okay, so we developed this form a few years back using the Grokusho form. And we mixed in stuff from the art of Tai Chuan. Tai Chuan is Grandmaster Michael Howie's, not this Michael Howie from Beirut, Lebanon. He came over a few times. He was part of Church's organization, and we spent a few long, hard days out in the hot sun developing this form. We took Grokusho, and he said, okay, we're going to put these movements with it. And he was gracious enough to share his art and his time with me, and we developed the form, and I named it. So it came from there. Grandmaster Howie is actually the president of the eastern part of the International Black Belts Association. IBBA is probably the oldest active organization still in the world. It was part of Church's organization back in the day. I think it was founded in around 1965 or somewhere like that. So it's been around a long time. Between him and El Khoury, Sifu El Khoury, which has resigned from the art, and he was in Lebanon and Greece and places like that. So it's, you know, his is truly an international organization, as American Shaolin Wushu Association is. There's some morphing within that organization. There's an international arm of this I didn't develop. Well, I helped develop, but Grandmaster Phipps also had these associations and ties back to the roots of different sources.